Hey, welcome back. Today, we're going to follow up on time and talk a little bit more about perspective relative to time
Hmm.
management, that is.
Who are you?
I'm Keith. I'm Keith.
Perspective and time. My name is Rodney. I'm the other host, guy, thing, dad. And this is Dad Chronicles, where Keith and I we're basically vlogging our journey. And we decided to do it mainly for our girls, for our daughters. We both have two daughters, and for our future selves to look back and see how we've been progressing along this journey. And then we decided to build some community, put it out there on the interwebs, and see what other ideas we can outsource to you brilliant viewers. So we're going to talk about time. So we talked about time, and we talked about shifting time away from activities or doing more things during sports. So it was you specifically. You're watching the Stanley, it's not Stanley Cup,
The,
it's
the,
the
the
playoffs.
playoffs. Playoffs, yeah.
Watching the playoffs and decide, you're like, I'm wasting my time, which may or may not be true. But that's what we want to talk about. Is like the perspective of the time, and us saying, or you saying, that sports is a waste of your time isn't you saying that it's a waste of my time,
Yeah,
or that it's a waste of
it, you
Susan's
know,
time who is watching.
bringing this up reminds me of the whole premise of Dad Chronicles and how it started. And as a reminder to everybody out there, or a note, because I don't think we've ever talked about this,
A reminder
there's
to a thing we've never talked about.
there's a lot of
Ting.
people. there's, there are a lot of people out there who say like the key to success is wake up at 5 a.m. Right? You got to get up at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. Tim Ferriss talks about it. Other people talk about it, and me waking up at 5 a.m. is just I don't hit my optimal physical state until about 6. My mental state's between about 8 and 12, and getting up at 5 gets things off the docket and other things, but it actually for me drags me out. And so what we were deciding to do in this is say, okay, this is the 5:30 club, but what does that actually mean? Because waking up early does help. It helps me. I like to get up at 5:45 to start working out at 6. But like what does that look like for us as we go on this journey to try to implement things that other people advise us to do and talk about? So then we started talking about sports and them being a waste of time.
Well,
And
let me add a layer in
yeah,
there, because on
yeah,
the timepiece, because for me 5 a.m. is actually a really good number
right,
for my mental state and what I like to get done in the morning and what the time I need to do it. It pays people, but saying absolutely that 5 a.m. is the time you need to get up to get your day
right,
going, is there, it doesn't respect the fact that that there, you can talk about chronotyping, or you could just talk about people's dispositions and personalities and physiology. Some people are night creatures, and they're up, and like their optimal brain time is 10 p.m. or 1 a.m.
yeah,
or like whatever it is.
yeah,
So getting up at 5 a.m. is not even on the radar. And so
right,
they like that's just, it's just not how it is. For me, the morning is when my brain, 5 a.m. to noon or 1 is like when my best ideas come, when I get my most of my work done.
yeah,
So getting up at that time is great for me most days.
right,
But it's not going to be for everybody. And then you fast forward, and then you add in the sports component. It could be sports, it could be news, it could be Netflix, it could be Amazon Prime, whatever it is that
be
you're
Instagram,
it could
be
be
Facebook,
TikTok. I love me some
be
TikTok.
TikTok,
I can get lost on TikTok for hours.
yeah,
But you
no,
add that component, it's like it's evaluating what you're doing and why
and I
for
think
you.
there's this component of self-judgment when we listen to folks like us or like Tim Ferriss, or
The
I don't know why
Jocko.
Tim Ferriss, yeah, the Jocko.
Yeah,
All
you're
of a
on the Tim
sudden,
Ferriss thing now.
if I'm not doing these things, I'm not doing it right. And we ended yesterday's video and we just started talking about this perspective of some people might work really, really hard just so they can watch that game. and do everything that they need to do so they can turn everything off and watch that game.
Yeah.
And what I think the ultimate point is time should be intentional throughout the course of a day, a week, a month, a year.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a definition of time and how you plan to spend it. Getting up early is super helpful, especially if you have kids, because you can do certain things without distraction or without provocation sometimes. And going to bed and getting sleep, it's really important. Going to bed and getting sleep is important physiologically and mentally, and that is just a human fact. But when you get that sleep, how you get that sleep, how you manage your time, it's all about intentionality, right? It's one thing to say, you know what, I'm just going to open TikTok right now because I've got 5 minutes, which I will tell you, never open TikTok if you only have 5 minutes.
Bad move.
And then
Bad
2
move.
hours, and then 2 hours go by and you're like, oh
Your
no,
family's
where did
like,
my
where are
time
you?
go? Yeah, where did my time go? Versus to say, okay, and I know it's an example to make the point. At 7 o'clock every night, I'm actually going to do TikTok for 30 minutes because I really love TikTok and I enjoy it and it makes me happy. And then after that is over, I'm going to go do this and I'm going to go do this and I'm going to do this, whatever that looks like for you, right? So
And look,
it's a non-judgment space.
and it doesn't even necessarily have to be that set. Like there could be a moment where you're okay picking up TikTok and just like being immersed. I don't know why we're stuck on TikTok. It's not even gonna be here in 41 days. But hey, reels. But like, if I distill all this down, and I've been doing this for a long time, like it's not about waking up early. It's not about setting a specific. There are some ideas around what's your daily discipline like, and having some daily
Discipline.
discipline,
Yes.
and discipline in the sense of these are the things that I know that I need to do, and specifically for you to get your
Yep.
day going, whether
Right.
that's before the kids, after the kids, during the kids, like whatever your thing is,
That's
like
right.
having your set thing that works. Maybe it's just your morning coffee ritual is what you need to get you into the day, and that's all you need. You don't need a journal,
That's
a
me.
meditation, and
Yeah.
workout like
Yeah.
that. Like we're really bad as humans. We're gonna do a thing on bad logic and logical fallacies, but like it's really we're not great at understanding causation and correlation. Like just because 15 millionaires or successful business people all woke up at 5 a.m. every morning and claim that's one of the reasons for their success doesn't mean it's actually a reason for their success. And it
Right.
doesn't mean that it will work for you. It's
Right.
about understanding what does work for you, and that's
Yes.
it.
That's it.
Like,
And I would argue that discipline, it's not the 5 a.m., it's the discipline around the 5 a.m. It's the consistency, it's the intentionality, the
what you
intentionality of
set
the
for you
use
and
of
you
that
do it.
time. That's
Yeah.
right. You set it, you do it. Doing TikTok from 7 to 7:30, sticking on TikTok in the example, is actually probably really hard to do. So the discipline around it, it's like timer's off, I'm off TikTok. And then from 7:30 to 8, I'm watch a half-hour TV show, like whatever it is. It's just that intentionality. There's a stronger alignment to self-purpose and what it is that you want to accomplish in your life
Yeah.
when you can establish the discipline and utilize your time intentionally. It's the
Coming up
only
soon,
hey,
discipline, because
yeah,
there's a whole talk track on that
yeah.
and what that means for both of
And
us.
how to
So,
and how to get in that space and how to
mhm.
establish it and all that stuff. It's been a journey. I went on my journey to establish my own discipline a long time ago.
So
So
super quickly, like, what's your current perspective on time, Keith? Like, where are you with time and what needs to
I'm
be?
in the process of understanding how I want to utilize my time most effectively and most consistently, and then being disciplined about it. So when I think about the example I used yesterday with the Bruins game, it's not that I didn't want to watch the Bruins. It's that I want the outcomes of other things. And right now, with our stake in the ground that we have, that we won't talk about here, there's just intentionality I need to leverage with that time more effectively. And I'm more aligned to that than just needing to watch the Bruins game, at least yesterday. Tonight, they're on. I got a bad night's sleep last night. They're on at 4 o'clock today. Got a few things to do. I'm going to have them on in the background because I got family. I've got a call with you. I've got things that aren't going to allow that. And I need to spend that time more effectively, even though that game's on and I'm going to watch it just in the background. How about you?
Respecting boundaries or respecting time and
Mhm.
setting and respecting boundaries for myself and for others. Like trying to be
Yeah.
on time, and if not on time, letting people know I'm not going to be. Just trying to respect time and setting boundaries for my time and what I'm doing with it. So kind of like I understand the things that need to be in my time, the things that make my day go, and the things that really stop it. And so
Yeah.
bounding those things within reason, because I tend to be more flexible with my time than say you. And then right now I'm running this experiment on my mornings. Like there's this thing that happens when I wake up at 5 a.m. where I have a shit ton of energy and I'm just like,
Sure.
bam, ready to go. But it only
Go.
works like 2 or 3 days. So
Yeah.
like I'm testing how many days I can get 5 hours and how many days I need to get 7. So I'm playing with that right now. That's where I am. What about you? What's your perspective?
Well, I
on
actually
time?
have not even what's your perspective, but what's one thing that you like to do that you could more effectively manage your time around? Or more intentionally, I should say. Not effectively, more intentionally manage
I
your
like
time
that
around.
better. I like that better.
All right.